Something very serious is happening in Washington right now. A US congressman wants to end the H1B visa program completely. Not reform it, not change it, but end it completely. And a famous TV host is backing him. So today we'll tell you exactly what is happening and what every Indian on H1B must know right now. This is Ecos Global and I'm your host, Neha Upadhyay. So Republican Congressman Greg from Florida introduced a bill. The bill is called the EXILE Act. EXILE stands for Ending Exploitative Imported Labor Exemptions Act. He introduced it on February 10th, 2026, and the bill says one simple thing. The number of new H1B visa issued every year, starting financial year 2027, will be set to zero, not reduced, not kept lower, but zero. And Laura, one of the most watched TV hosts in America, appeared on Fox News and backed the bill publicly. When a major TV host backs a bill, it gets attention, and this one got a lot. Now here is exactly what Congressman Greg said, and I want to share his words. Why? Because they tell you exactly what he thinks about H1B. He said our workers and young people continue to be displaced by the H1B visa program. He said American workers have been ripped off by the corrupt H1B visa program for far too long. His press release also pointed out that more than 80% of H1B recipients are Indian or Chinese nationals. And he used examples like Microsoft, Disney, Southern California, Edison. Companies that he says laid off American workers and replaced them with H1B workers. Now here is the most important question. Is this actually going to happen? Will H1B ended? And here is the honest answer. Almost certainly not. At least not right now, because the EXILE Act has not passed any committee. It has no Senate companion bill and it faces massive opposition from the US tech industry. Companies like Google, Microsoft, Apple, Amazon, all of them depend heavily on H1B workers and they will fight very hard against any bill that ends the program entirely. Clinch law confirmed as of April 2026, none of the recent bills targeting H1B, including the EXILE Act, had progressed beyond introduction. They were filed, they got media attention, but they did not move forward in Congress. But here is why Indians must pay attention. Even if this specific bill does not pass, the political environment it represents is very real. More and more American politicians are publicly calling H1B unfair to American workers. Laura Gregg Taylor, who introduced her own End H1B Now Act, Chip Roy, who introduced the Pause Act, all of them are pushing in the same direction, away from H1B, and each bill, even if it fails, adds pressure. Pressure on the administration, on companies, on the entire H1B system. H1B approvals for Indians have already dropped 37% in financial year 2026 compared to financial year 2024. That is the real impact, not one dramatic bill, but a steady and consistent squeeze. So what you should do right now? First of all, do not panic. The EXILE Act is not law. It has not passed and experts say it is very unlikely to pass in the current form. But you do have to pay attention. The political pressure on H1B is real and growing. If you are planning your career around H1B, start exploring alternatives, O1, EB1A, NIW, local hiring. Also, remote work from India. Have a backup plan ready because if you are already on H1B, make sure your status is completely clean. Your documents are current, your employer is legitimate. Because in this environment, any compliance issue could have serious consequences. I hope you all have got what I wanted to convey. If you still have any questions, any queries, you can tell me in the comment section. That's all in this video. Stay tuned to Ecos Global.